We're going to have a bit of traffic to get through. Oh, a bit of big lock up there. Let's just go deep. So is Genesis actually. Might be able to get a double move. Hello everyone, and welcome to, well, what I'm going to call my last ever race in AOR. And you all know if you watched the video yesterday that I will do some more one-off races after this one, but this is my last proper championship race for AOR. It's the finale of Brazil, the last race of the season, of course. And we saw yesterday, managed to put up in P5, which wasn't bad considering my compromise setup, because I knew it was going to be 100% chance of rain today, which it is indeed, full wet tyres from the off. And so hopefully my higher wings that I bolted on yesterday should help me in the race. So looking at the strategy now, it's trying to make me do a one stop, but that's not going to work. So I'm going to do two stop, lap 12, lap 24, onto lap 36 for the finish. And well, it says 6th there, but that's because someone's disconnected. And actually, the guy that disconnected was Fat First just ahead of me. So I'm actually starting technically P4, I guess, which is quite nice. So hopefully, I'm hoping for a decent start then. So we've got 3 places to make up before we can hopefully get into the lead. And we've got 5 lights now, and straight away they go out then, just trying to look at the throttle on the left hand side there, just trying to be relatively easy on the throttle and just get a decent start, which I've done really nice, just as good a start as anyone else really. Front guys pulled away ever so slightly, but not a lot, so it's not too bad. A little bit deep in the first corner, but don't hit Granny, which is good. Just need to try and get a good exit now, which I've done. A little bit of wheel spin though, still a bit of oversteer right up behind Granny, but we know I've got high wings, and I expect everyone around me's got low wings, so I wouldn't imagine I'll be able to make too much progress. No, look at this, using all my curves and in the slipstream and on Rich, and not making any progress whatsoever in the slipstream. So I'll have a look at the inside there, but oh, looks like Granny's run deep. He's off the track, in fact, so that's going to enable me to sneak through there. So up to P3 already then, after just, what's the 4th corner, isn't it? So that's a good start. Got 2 cars ahead. They managed to put a little bit of a gap while me and Granny were messing about there, but you see straight away I'm gaining hugely on them, and I'm all over them already. So certainly I should have a bit of pace advantage. Marco is a little bit deep there. Have a look at the inside there. Just squeeze up a little bit of contact there, but I technically kept on the track there. And, well, it's probably just about legal, that move. It was a bit of a tight one. I saw an opportune manoeuvre, and I went for it. And same again here. We're going to try and cut back under him. Try to go on the outside of this next corner, which is not easy. Oh, and a bit of contact there again. But it looks like he backed out of it in the end, because I expect he just didn't have the grip to go on the outside there. Of course, with my high wings, I had plenty of grip to get on the throttle on the outside there, but he probably didn't, so he had to back out of it. So up to P2 by the end of lap 1 then, after starting, well, P4 in the end. So very good start, we'll certainly take that. But look at this, I'm actually losing time to Jack First, even though I've got the slipstream and I'm on Rich. Just losing time down this straight with such poor straight line speed. But I should be able to make up in the corners. We found in qualifying, didn't we? This first sector is very similar. So I'll gain in those couple of corners, but now I'll lose down this straight. But middle sector I can gain a lot of time. Final sector I will lose time. And we saw, of course, yesterday that my gear ratios are way too long, unfortunately, particularly in the race with high fuel, but that should be okay. I mean, for now, our pace is certainly what we hoped it would be. Seem to have a little bit of a pace advantage over the cars around me, which is good. A little look at the inside of Jack First there, but think better of that. Oh, all in the dirty air, though, look. He actually got a better call on me there, purely because I was so badly in his dirty air. And think about having a little look at the inside there, but get a bit of a snap oversteer on the exit, so I couldn't have a look at that. And I'm really nice and close to him, even though I'm in the dirty air, which is good. Try and do what I did on Marco and cut back under, but no, I don't think that's going to work, is it? No, I have to come back inside him now. So thought about it there, but couldn't quite make it work. A little look at the inside there again, but he's run deep. I'm forced him to run deep, so I'm going to be well alongside him. In fact, I'm going to be ahead of him. I am indeed ahead of him. We've got all my curse use as well, but I'm not all that hopeful of Keith in position, to be honest, just purely because of the huge difference in wings. All my cars and Rich. He's still a little way back now, but this is where he'll gain. Here he comes. Here he comes. I'm going to stick to the outside. It's important it's defending that. Bye. That's the kind of advantage he's got in a straight line. Ooh, I'm looking at the outside. They're trying to skate it on the outside of him on the inside for the next corner, but I have to give him a little bit too much room there. At least now I'm nice and close to him. So I should get a nice lot of slipstream. Going to go to Rich right up behind his, under his front wing. Not use any curves, but I'm still losing pace. Look at that. The amount of slipstream I'm getting, but I'm still losing pace to him. Hopefully I can stick nice and close now and get the move done. That would be the plan. Going to standard fuel now. Quite close to him. We'll see if we can avoid the dirty air in this next corner. turn in earlier, and yes, we can. Look at that. As soon as we avoid the dirty air, we have a look at the inside next corner. In fact, dive at the inside, break in later than him. Can we get it slowed down? Yes, we can. Don't go off the track. No, we don't. Need to keep a nice tight line for this next corner, which we've managed to do beautifully, and that's move done then. But we now need to push and try and get... Oh, we've got a bit of a gap, but try and get a bit of a gap so he can't just retake me again down the long back straight. And a little bit of oversteer on the exit there, but not too bad. Try to be a little bit careful on these rears because you can burn the rears out quite easily in the wet. Get it all slowed down nicely. Already 8/10 of a gap. Wow. And there we go. Got all my curves as well, so that should be enough, you'd have thought, to stay ahead down this straight. Yeah, he's not going to have that sort of advantage. So there we are then. Move done up into P1. And we will watch this next lap just to see what kind of pace I can get out of the car now I'm not in traffic. So 18.3, that was my best lap yet, but not purple. And second gap it was to Jack first, we crossed the line there. So that should hopefully just go up quite a lot. That'll be the plan. So into the lead of this race then. So our strategy paid off yesterday so far, didn't it? Go for those high wing, compromising quali, but to be in the lead already, big cut there, to be in the lead already on lap 4. And nearly 7/10 up in the first sector alone, so gained a lot of time there, but Jack first gained a similar amount to this because we were side by side, wasn't it? So 1.1 seconds he is down from me, so only lost another 10th in that first sector. So as anticipated, similar first sector. Second sector I should be quite a lot stronger though, hopefully. If I can just get around here sweetly. Which has gone pretty well so far. Just need to try and now just bed into this race, just take it easy and just get settled in. And just, I should have, like I say, should have a pace advantage with the setup I've chosen. And yes, we're purple fast of anyone. We actually lost a 10th in that middle sector, but 6/10 up still on my previous, and 1.6 Jack first now. So we gained half a second on him in that middle sector alone. We've got all of our curves using this final sector, which should hopefully give us a purple lap. So our best was an 18.3, goes down to a 17.7, so just over half a second quicker in the end. And coming into the pits now, I'll be honest. That was, look at the gap on the mini-map. I believe they have pitted, because with the lower wings you burn for your tyres more, but it's quite a considerable gap still. And I will tell you, being honest, that the rest of this race now is about me having fun. It's about me playing with the colour purple. And, you know, not to disappoint and make you watch the whole thing if you're just here for some close racing. And I'll be honest, there won't be any more of that now. Look at the gap. So 21 seconds as we exit the pits, and we'll get a proper gap in a minute. But look at that gap. Look at that gap. Absolutely huge. We're only 13 laps in. We're only a third of the way through this race. And the gap, well, it's going to be big. We'll just have to wait to see. Just let him wets there. 10-second gap. So 13 laps, 10 seconds. That's more or less a second a lap, isn't it? So, yes, I can I can tell you that they won't be challenging me anymore. So, but this race is still quite good, hence the edit being quite long, because I'd have a lot of fun. Like I said, this is my final ever race, and I will be playing with the colour purple quite a lot. And I'm more toying with the minds of my competitors, I'll be honest, because of course when you get a purple lap, it comes up at the top there saying I've done a fastest lap. So we do have a bit of fun. We do continue to push a little bit more, very deep there actually. I went to go rich, but then went back to standard, because we'd lost place down this straight. And yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to, even though I know there's not going to be any more racing from the edit, I'm actually quite looking forward to commentating this race. Purely because I know I had great fun driving at the time, and I wasn't bored out the front at all. So anyway, let's see how we get on then. So with brand new wet tyres, you do get a decent pace advantage. They cut into track a lot better, so you do tend to find probably about a second on brand new wet tyres. And we're up purple straight away. Marco, there we are, 17.0. My best is only 17.6, so that's roughly equivalent to what I just said. We'll see what sort of lap I can do at the end of this lap. And 17.6, so by my calculations I should be on a 16.6 then, shouldn't I? If it's about a second. Marco's doing pretty well though, up to P2. Jack first is just behind, so they're having a good little race. Look on the mini-map, everyone's kind of separated by about a second. There's not even much racing going on anywhere. And I've probably got the biggest gap of all out the lead, which gives me a great deal of satisfaction. So just trying to hook up these apexes now, but I've not had an amazing out lap. Still just trying to get used to the improved grip of these brand new tyres. Still purple fast of anyone. That was a much better final corner, much better. Short shifted there for better traction, and that was greatly improved. Did I go to rich? I don't think I did. So still on standard fuel, going down this long back straight. And 11.2 now, so another big chunk taken out of Marco. And there we are, 16.4. So 2 tenths up on what I estimated, but that's 6 tenths up on Marco. So quite a long way. That's purple, fastest of anyone. But I'm not happy with that. Let's go again. Let's go again. We can improve that. That wasn't the best of laps. Using a bit of curves now. Out of turn 3 there. And 11.2 to Marco still. So just trying to nail his apex now. A little bit down in the first sector. That's not a huge issue. You know, it's the middle sector I lost a little bit of time. Just missing apexes here and there. Not a lot at all. And like I said, final race. Just having fun. And just pushing. I quite like the wet conditions as well. Ooh, braking on the curb there. That could have gone wrong, but we managed to get it slowed down nicely. Staying in first for better rotation through this next corner. Nice exit there. Barely any wheel spin. Again, it all slowed down, getting into the apex, which I've just managed to do. Short shift again to get a better exit there. And that was a nice exit once again. Full throttle around this corner. And ever so slightly up. Ever so slightly. A couple of hundredths up. We've got curves to use though. Are we going to go rich? No, we're not. So this is going to be very, very tight. Will this be another purple? If it is, I expect it'll only be by a very small margin. But we did have a solid final corner, so go to the outside now though. It is just under a tenth, a 16.3. We're still not done though. We're still not done. We can improve that. We're going to keep pushing. 12 seconds now to Marco. And that was a very, very nice first sector. First couple of corners there. Bit of curves as well. I expect this should be up. This first sector, because that was very, very sweet through there. Let's have a look. And it is a tenth and a half up then. So we're on for another purple. Need to hold it together through the rest of this lap. And hopefully we can get a even lower 16. And let's see if we gain time on Marco in that first sector out of interest then, because that was a solid first sector from us. No, we didn't. So we still lost time. This is middle sector we really gain, isn't it? So more or less 12 seconds to Marco. Let's remember that. See if we gain any in this middle sector. And just, it feels quite calm, doesn't it, in this middle sector? Just using low revs and taking it easy. But I am pushing. I want more purples. I already had, was that 2 in a row? A little bit wide there though. That 2 in a row, so I want to get as many as I can in the row. And oh, ever so slightly up again. I've lost the 10th in middle sector. Another absolutely, well, I wouldn't say perfect, but very, very solid final sector there. Final corner, and I'm going to use rich this time just to make sure of the purples. This will be purple now. And by how much though? I'm prepared to go back to standard. Don't want to waste too much fuel doing that. And well, there we are. Only just though, so I did need the rich fuel. 400, so that's another purple, 16.3. And well, 12.3 to Marco. So we gained 1.3 seconds on him. Is that right? Is that right? I've confused myself now. I think we were at 11 seconds, or were we 12 seconds? Maybe it's only half a second. That would probably make more sense. I've completely confused myself. We'll try and keep an eye on this lap. But oh, we're down first sector now this lap. We lost that 10th we found last lap. But we also lost the 10th in the middle sector. So if we push this middle sector, we might be able to just sneak another purple. 12.2. We'll try and actually remember that this time. Actually, I think it was 12 seconds, wasn't it? Again, it just feels so calm in this corner, doesn't it? Using the low revs and not being too aggressive with the throttle. Just these constant little corrections of oversteer you keep seeing. A little one there. That's what wet weather driving is all about. Flirting with the limit, but just being always ready to correct a little moments of oversteer. And we're purple again. 400s up. We need a good final corner, which we've got. That was nice exit there. We've got a bit of curves. I'm going to go riches again to try and get yet another purple. Will we be able to do it? Hopefully we will. I expect we probably will, using rich and 13.1, so we gained almost a second on Marco in that middle sector that time. And we did, we gained another 600s, another purple, 16.2. And I've lost count of how many that is in a row. That must be, what, 3 or 4 at least? So we're doing very good, and like I said, that gives me so much satisfaction. For the other races in this race, if they're wondering why I'm leading, well, look at these, hammering in purple after purple after purple after purple. And we found that 10th again in the first sector, so we're on for another one here. A little bit wide there on the grass, but not the end of the world. So if we can hold this together, we'll be on for yet another purple. We need another solid middle sector. And, well, I'm enjoying this race a lot. And I can tell you that my concentration right now is just as high as it would be if I was battling intensely, trying to get these purples. I'm really pushing. I really want these purples. 13.3 now to Marco, so we're gaining a little bit of time. Not hugely, but enough. And that was nice. Need to get a good exit, which we managed to do beautifully. That was a sweet exit, just right on the limit rule spin there. Now we're still purple. Yes, we are. We've lost a little bit of time. Need to nail this final corner, though. I really do hate this final corner. I'm really poor at it. And we might just be able to do it again. That was a pretty good final corner. And 600ths up we are at the moment. We'll be able to get yet another purple, go -2 on the fuel, so we're going to have to stop this game in a minute. But I'm not worried about that for now. I just want yet another purple. Come on, can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can. Another half a tenth, a 16-1. And, well, I've lost count, but that was quite a few purples in a row. We now skip ahead to lap 24, which is our box lap. And the guys behind me have already boxed. Once again with their poor tyre wear, so they will be losing time at the end of the final stint. Their bad tyre wear. Another set of full wet tyres. Decent stop, 3.1 seconds. And, well, we will be able to do more purples, you'd have thought, with these brand new tyres. Like I said, they bite into the track a lot better. I'm also interested to see the gap to Marco now. And, well, it's certainly bigger, isn't it? About 13 seconds, wasn't it, last time we saw it? Under standard fuel there. So 27 seconds. Well, that was in the pits, wasn't it? So we'll ignore that. It'll be probably somewhere between 15 and 20 seconds-ish, I'd imagine. Oh, look at that. Look at that turn-in. That just bit into the track when I flicked the wheel in then. That was nice. And yet 15.6 seconds. And 2 seconds back to Jack first. So pretty dominant so far, isn't it? But we've still got another 10 laps to go or so. And we want more purples. We certainly need to get the purple fast of anyone lap, don't we, after this race? A little bit deep there. Just trying to gain some confidence with this, these new tyres, with how much grip they give. Taking a lot of speed through there, but it's stuck nicely. And there's a car going very slowly ahead. That's Granny on dry tyres. And I said last race that he's unlucky / makes bad strategy calls. He obviously knew that slicks weren't the best there, but from memory I do believe he accidentally selected the primes and had to just crawl around a lap, so bless him. But anyway, we're going for another purple lap, 15.8 now. Oh, a little bit deep there though. That wasn't the best. So we lost probably a tenth or two compared to what we could have done in that first sector. Not ideal. And what's going to be in this first sector? Not purple, and it's just green. It's fastest though for me, but not purple. And Marco does the fast lap, 15.7. So again, by my calculations, I should be on a low 15, shouldn't I? 16.1, so about a second quicker, so I should be on, well, I don't know about 15.1, that'd be a bit fast, but maybe 15.2-ish, 15.3, something like that. It's been a pretty solid lap, hasn't it? Barring that first corner, it's been pretty good. Get it all slowed down nicely, hit the apex, get a good exit, be careful on throttle, short shift, up to full throttle already. These tyres are certainly giving better grip now, and of course with the lighter fuel and the brand new tyres. Oh man, purple, fastest of anyone yet again. Very wide there, they're all over the curb. That's not ideal. Got all of my curves to use though down this long back straight. And I've not gone rich, have I? I don't think I have. See all my curves there. No, I'm on standard. I've been on standard this whole lap and it's still going to be purple, I expect. And yet 15.4 then, so I was pretty much right in my predictions. 16 seconds now to Marco as well. Much better first corner. Look at that, absolutely nailed the apex. And that was a lot better, wasn't it? Straight away. I'm using a bit of curves this time, so I do believe last lap. Again, constantly thinking of the purple. After that slightly messed up first corner, only running wide by a couple of meters, I decided, right, this isn't going to be a purple, well, this isn't going to be my best lap anyway. There we are, 3/10, a lot of time. So I didn't bother using any curves on the last lap and saved it all for the run to the start-finish line. So 3/10 up in the first sector. Still not purple though, someone still managed to go faster with their low wings. Down to first, get it all turned in beautifully. Quick squat throttle between the corners, then back off the throttle, but still keeping lightly on it, trying to maintain good pace through there. A little bit of oversteer on the exit there. Up to third, braking back down to first, hit the apex nicely, get it all rotated nice and early so you can straighten the car and get on the throttle. Short shift up to second once again, full throttle on this long left-hander. And we're half a second up, fastest of anyone. This should be possibly even a 14, run a little bit wide there though. And we're not going to go rich, I don't think. So this might just about be into the 14s, but we've got less curves, so I wouldn't imagine so. It's certainly be a low 15 though. Let's have a look. What is the time going to be? It's a 15.1, so I was right once again. And we now skip ahead to lap 34. We've had a cool down lap, 7/10 off. We've gone to lean, and we're now going to try and push, see if we can improve that purple lap once again. 18 seconds now to Marco. And that was nice, nailing those apexes, nailing the curbs. I'm hopeful of another improved lap. I did continue pushing in the meantime, but didn't quite manage any purples. So last lap was pretty solid, but with 4/10 on the previous lap, but that's kind of irrelevant because the last lap, like I say, was a lean lap to try and save some fuel. And just kind of cool the car down and back off for a minute, and now we're going hell for leather on this lap. Getting also down lap 34, 36. So we're nearing the end of this race now. But that's not stopping me pushing, is it? We're nearing the end, in fact, of my AOR career. And that's still not stopping me pushing. Of course, I am already world champion. I'm already a 3-time champion. So, nothing to win here, barring another race win. And 8 tenths there up on my previous, but again, that's kind of relevant. A little bit wide though on the curve. Once again, I'm going to go to Rich for the run to the line this time, using all the rest of my curves as well. And will this be purple? I think it'll be close to it, but we haven't gone purple so far, so we need to improve this final sector. Can we improve it? Can we improve it? Can we improve it? Yes, we can. A 15-0. Don't quite get into the 14s. So as we now skip ahead to the final lap of the race. And again, there's one more purple there, and 18.6 seconds to Marco. So again, I'm pushing now because I can't actually remember, but I imagine I probably want to get that gap up to 20 seconds. I know his tyres will be quite worn in this final lap. Mine should be better because I pitted 1 lap later, and I'll have better time over these higher wing levels. So 18.5 as he crosses start-finish line. So I'm now pushing just to try and eke it out to 20 seconds. That'd be nice to get a nice 20-second gap in my final ever official AOR race. Get it all slowed down. That was pretty nice. Pretty solid middle sector there. Down to first. Get it all turned in once again. I'll have to wait. We'll probably have to wait till after we finish, to be honest, to get the gap to Marco. He might be that far back. Going to go to Rich now for the run to the line. We're 7 tenths up in previous. So once again having a slow down lap there, lean lap. A bit of unexpected oversteer there on the 3rd gear. These tyres, you saw there briefly, are quite worn, but we're now gone to -1 of fuel, so I have to go to lean to the line just to make sure I get there. And yes, just about go to optimal look. Still a 15.4 despite going lean to the line, and there we go, 18.8 to Marco. So I didn't actually really gain anything on that final lap, interestingly. Perhaps he went Rich the entire lap, and I of course had to go lean, which would have cost me a few tenths. And I managed a 15.3 in the end, so not too bad. I managed a 15.0, but 18 seconds anyway, a 36 lap race, so that's half a second per lap. So my gamble yesterday then did pay off, and I managed to, well, retire in style, I would say. The full wet race, managed to absolutely smash the race. Get a 18-second lead. Pretty dominant, wasn't it, from start to finish, really. After lap 4, leading the race just to move ahead. And let's have a quick look at some stats then. So this is the final standings, which shows you also all the race results from the season. And unfortunately, because Kiffler and co left, they aren't included in the table. But look at that. Look at all those ones. Look at all those gold colours. 355 points in the end. And I won 11 out of 17 races. A little bit annoyed that I couldn't quite manage to win India from Marco there. That would have been, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 races in a row at the end. But I don't really mind too much. That was a good race, and he won fair and square, so I can't really argue with that. Just missed out on the win in Germany as well. And moving on to some actual stats then. So, obviously, 17 races in the season. Average attendance was 12. Not too bad over the course of the season. There was 3 different winners, but again, that's out of date, so that's a bit irrelevant, because we've removed Kiffler and co. And see, 11 wins. I took 5 poles as well, which is about right for me. I'm usually better in the race than I am in quali. Average position in the race was 2. So I finished second on average. Average qualifying was 2.8. So that means I gained 0.8 positions in the race on average. I scored an average of 20.9 points. That's a lot, isn't it, per race? Considering it's only 18 for second and 25 for first. It's somewhere between those two, which is quite an achievement. And I was the only guy as well to start and finish 17 races. And I can tell you as well, over the course of my entire AOR career, I haven't worked out exactly, but roughly I won half of all the races I ever participated in. You know, that pretty much goes to when me and Owen were racing. Remember, we had that season where we went like the first half of the season where he won 1, I won 1, he won 1, I won 1. We very much just took it in turns there. So yeah, I had a very successful AOR career, and I certainly look back on it with fond memories. But as I said, I have now unfortunately left the league. Well, not unfortunately, I have left the league purely because I didn't enjoy F1 2014 so much. And like I said before, I will do some one-off races. You know, I've got one planned for next Sunday. In fact, I don't know when the video will be out, but I'm racing it next Sunday at Singapore. Because, of course, that's a track I've always won. I've never lost at Singapore, so I'm quite looking forward to doing that one, which would be interesting to pit myself against Marco and co, who, of course, are the current sort of successful guys in the PC side. So looking forward to doing that. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching all of my AOR races. It's been, well, 3.5 seasons I've done. I've won 3 titles in those 3.5 seasons, so certainly had a lot of success. And like I said, thank you ever so much for sticking with me through the whole series, and I thank you for watching. Bye bye.